Das ist schon wieder. And was in Tokyo Bay on September 2nd, 1945. And that was the official day that Japan surrendered to the Allied powers. And it was on the main deck of the battleship Missouri that the instrument of surrender ending hostilities in World War II was signed. And there you have the connections between these two ships. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on the morning of December 7th, 1941, the Arizona was struck between 8:06 and 8:10 that morning. A horizontal dive bomber from about 10,000 feet dropped a 1,767-pound armor-piercing delayed action bomb that hit the main deck of the Arizona on the starboard side of the ship between gun turrets number 1 and number 2. The bomb penetrated through 6 steel decks and lodged in the Arizona's forward magazine, creating a tremendous explosion and fire. The bow came completely out of the water. The temperature of the fire was between 7,000 and 9,000 degrees and burned for 2.5 days afterwards. It was that hot. It was as roughly as hot as the sun. And this was a major factor in why there were not that many survivors or recoveries from the Arizona. Now I forgot to mention that if you haven't seen our film, I would highly recommend going back into the visitor center and going into Theater 2 and watching it. It will give you great perspective of 7 lives, both Navy and Marine Corps personnel, giving the Arizona the distinctions of having the largest loss of life of all the ships here in the harbor. She accounts for nearly half of all the casualties and deaths that occurred on Oahu, and to date still represent the largest loss of life of any U.S. Navy ship. These were major factors in the Navy's decision after the war to build the memorial here over the Arizona